Most productivity advice tells you what to add to your life. New apps, new systems, new routines. But the fastest productivity gains most people can make right now don't come from adding anything. They come from removing things already in their environment that are quietly sabotaging your focus, energy, and output every single day. Here are 8 things you probably own right now that are killing your productivity, and exactly what to do about each one. Stick around for number 5. It's the one that surprises people most because it's something everyone owns and almost nobody identifies as a productivity problem. Number 1. Your smartphone. Specifically how it's set up. The phone itself isn't the problem. The way it's configured almost certainly is. The average smartphone has 35 to 80 apps installed, most of which are designed by teams of engineers whose sole job is to capture and hold your attention as long as possible. Every notification, every red badge, every infinite scroll is an intentional design decision made to interrupt your focus and pull you back into the app. The fix isn't getting rid of your phone. It's restructuring it so it serves you rather than the reverse. Delete every app you haven't used in the past 30 days. Turn off all notifications except calls and messages from specific contacts. Move social media apps off your home screen entirely and into a folder on page 3. Set your screen to grayscale during work hours. Color is part of what makes phones visually compelling. Number 2. A cluttered desk. Your physical environment directly influences your cognitive state. This is one of the most consistently replicated findings in environmental psychology. A cluttered desk doesn't just look disorganized. It actively competes for your attention, creates low-level cognitive load, and signals to your brain that there is unfinished business demanding attention. Research from Princeton University found that physical clutter in your visual field consistently reduces your ability to focus and process information, and that clearing clutter produces measurable improvements in sustained attention and task completion. 2 items down, and number 5 is coming. It's something sitting in almost every home right now, and almost nobody connects it to their productivity. Keep watching. Number 3. An uncomfortable or unsupportive chair. Most people spend 6 to 10 hours a day sitting, and the chair they sit in during that time has a direct impact on their physical comfort, energy levels, and cognitive performance. An uncomfortable chair creates chronic, low-level physical discomfort, back pain, neck tension, restricted circulation, that your brain processes as background stress even when you're not consciously aware of it. This background physical discomfort consumes cognitive resources, the same resources you need for sustained focus and high-quality thinking. Studies on workplace ergonomics consistently show that employees in properly supportive seating report higher concentration, lower fatigue, and better work quality than those in unsupportive chairs. Number 4. A slow or unreliable internet connection. This one is straightforward but consistently underestimated. Every time your internet lags, buffers, or drops, every time a page takes 3 seconds to load instead of 1, your concentration is interrupted and your brain has to re-engage with the task after the disruption. These micro-interruptions are individually small but collectively significant across a full working day. Research on interruption recovery shows that even brief disruptions of 2 to 3 seconds are enough to break concentration and require re-engagement time. Across dozens of these micro-interruptions per day, the cumulative productivity cost is meaningful. Number 5. Your television, specifically its placement. This is the one that surprises people most. Not whether you own a TV, but where it is. In most homes, the television is the focal point of the main living area, the largest object in the room, positioned at eye level, visible from most seating positions, including the desk or dining table where work often happens. A television in your field of vision, even when switched off, is a constant visual cue associated with passive consumption and relaxation. Environmental psychology research shows that objects in our visual field prime associated behaviors. A visible TV primes your brain for relaxation and passive viewing rather than focus and active work. Number 6. Too many browser tabs and desktop icons. Digital clutter is as cognitively damaging as physical clutter, and most people's computers are extraordinarily cluttered in ways they've stopped seeing. 40 browser tabs open simultaneously, a desktop covered in files, folders, and screenshots. Dozens of apps running in the background consuming processing power and generating notification pings. Each open browser tab represents an unresolved task or piece of information your brain is tracking. A cognitive obligation that consumes working memory even when you're not actively looking at it. Research on cognitive load shows that reducing open tabs from 40 to 5 meaningfully improves focus and decision-making quality. 2 more items, and number 8 is the most immediately actionable thing on this entire list. Something you can change in the next 60 seconds. Number 7. Poor lighting in your workspace. Lighting is one of the most studied environmental variables in workplace productivity research, and one of the most consistently neglected in home offices. Dim or warm lighting signals to your brain that it's evening and time to wind down, triggering melatonin production and reducing alertness even in the middle of the afternoon. Bright, cool white light in the 5,000 to 6,500 Kelvin range signals daytime and promotes cortisol-driven alertness and focus. Studies consistently show that workers in properly lit environments report higher concentration, better mood, and lower fatigue compared to those working in dim or warm-toned lighting. Number 8. Your bed. When it's visible from your workspace. This is the most immediately actionable item on the list, and something you can change in the next 60 seconds. If you work from home and your workspace is in your bedroom, or if your desk faces your bed, your productivity is being consistently undermined by one of the most powerful environmental cues for rest and sleep that exists. Your bed is psychologically associated with sleep, rest, and horizontal inactivity. Its presence in your visual field during work hours is a constant pull toward those states, a low-level but persistent signal that rest is available and nearby. This is why working from bed is so consistently unproductive and why bedroom-based home offices underperform dedicated workspaces so reliably. Productivity isn't just about what you do, it's about what your environment is doing to you while you try to do it. These 8 items are working against your focus, energy, and output every single day. Not because you're undisciplined, but because you haven't identified them as the problem. Start with your phone setup and your desk surface today. Both changes take under 20 minutes and deliver immediate results. Work through the rest of the list this week. Your environment shapes your behavior more powerfully than your willpower ever will. Subscribe to Live Smarter Daily for weekly videos on money, health, productivity, and home. Everything busy adults actually need to know. See you in the next one.